Okay then. This is a somewhat quickish video about some pointers or some things that if you're going to work on small engines, lawnmower engines, that kind of thing, that you might want to get or have. So we'll start with the first thing you want to do is get yourself a 3-ring binder. I realize you have your phone and you can get documents on your phone, but trust me, when you've got to reference documentation on your engines and whatnot, you'll quickly find that phones suck for that. Tablets might be a little bit better, but there really is no substitute for a 3-ring binder and printed out paper. I have in mine, this is one I just put together, I have a list of common torque values and things like spark gaps, and some basic stuff that so I don't have to go trying to look through tons of documentation to find it. I have the Briggs & Stratton engine mounting hardware guide has how to identify different bolts and calculate torques for them. I have the paperwork on the Briggs & Stratton 4-stroke quantum engines. Very common on most lawnmowers right now. The quantum engine is the lawnmower that you'll find on almost all non-Honda lawnmowers. This is the instructions for a couple of motors or engines that I'm currently working on. I have the parts list for them, and then I've got space in here for more stuff. Some other things you'll definitely want to get. This thing will make your life a lot easier. It is the Briggs & Stratton oil removal kit. It's a siphon system. Makes it so you don't have to try and tilt the lawnmower over, and you can get like 90% of the oil out of something. It can also be used for gasoline, although yeah, it says use only for oil, but you can use gasoline. There's no reason why you can't. The container that it catches everything in is high definition polyethylene, which can handle it. They probably don't want you using it because if you set yourself on fire, you'll sue them. Let's see if you can find them for cheap. I got a stack of these serving trays. They're stainless steel. I think I got a stack of them for like $5, and they're great for putting parts in. Got those at a swap meet. When you buy electrical tape, a lot of times they come in these plastic bins. These are great for small parts. They have a lid. You'll need some anti-seize. This is a pretty old bottle, but it still works. You'll need some engine enamel. This one is 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Probably won't need anything higher than that for lawnmower engines. This is self-etching primer. This is for prepping metal. It supposedly helps when you're painting the engines, getting the paint to stick better. We'll see. Some JB Weld. This is the 4-minute stuff, but I would choose the stuff that takes longer to set up. I did some research, and this stuff can handle temperatures up to 500 degrees continuous, and 600 degrees for 10 minutes. It can, I also did some research, and most of the lawnmower engines rarely get any higher than 400 degrees. So if you need to use this on an engine, what would you use it for? Well, you would probably use it where you need to put a gasket and it's all scratched up or pitted. You can fill in those pits and holes with this stuff, and then sand it flat and then put the gasket on. This is gasket and joint compound. I can't find any information on how much temperature this can withstand. It shows a picture of a cylinder head gasket, so maybe it can handle that. Get yourself a respirator. You're going to need this for stripping engines and spray painting. Lots of nasty chemicals, and these work really good. Of course, the old carburetor and choke cleaner. This really doesn't work that well on carburetors. It only works on carburetors that are slightly dirty. In all reality, the best thing for cleaning a carburetor is to get yourself a ultrasonic cleaner. I have one, and they do an excellent job. This stuff is cork gasket material, 1/8 inch thick. This is not for high temperature applications or very high pressure. It's for oil pans, timing covers, axle housings. A lot of times you'll find on older gas cans or gas caps they use this stuff, and this will probably last you a lifetime. You can get it at Ace Hardware or eBay. Then there's this stuff, which is high temperature gasket material. This is 1/16 inch thick. It's used for carburetor mounting gaskets, water pumps, radiator outlets, oil pans, fuel pumps. I don't think you'd want to use it on a cylinder head, although I think I've seen somebody do that. I wouldn't recommend it. This is basically the same exact stuff, it's just thinner. Also, this is available at Ace Hardware. This is fiber gasket material, 1/64 inch thick, and this is used for fuel pump mounting, water pumps. I believe this is like nothing high temperature. Ace Hardware. This stuff is very high temperature gasket material. This is what you would put on the end of your exhaust or a vehicle exhaust header. I'm not sure what it's made of. I don't know if that part number TOG UN20100 is valid. I got this stuff, I think, off of eBay. I highly recommend, if you're going to make your own gaskets, that you get yourself a set of hole punches. These are some gaskets I've made just the other day for a couple engines I'm working on. They make nice round holes. I don't have anything big enough to do this one, so I had to take a bunch of bites out of it. But this is a carburetor gasket, and this is the fuel tank gasket. They don't have to be perfect. And I suggest a set of wire wheels. You'll use these. Also, I suggest you get the brass ones. I don't have any brass ones as far as I know, but I should get some. Get yourself a block of aluminum, or even better, lead. The reason you use this is it gives you something soft to hammer your gaskets out of, and yet it's hard enough that it gives you a solid surface. I recommend making out of cardboard, and the hole punch is a copy of the pattern for your cylinder head, and then you can put your bolts in it just to keep them in order. Sometimes it's critical which bolt goes where. And the last thing I have is this. This is the Briggs & Stratton starter clutch removal tool for the older engines. I think I got this off of eBay. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other things, but these are just things that you might not think about. Of course, you need like a whole set of standard wrenches. If you're in the U.S. or even in other countries, older Briggs & Stratton and Tecumseh stuff all uses standard sockets. Something else that's also helpful, but not entirely necessary. It's one of these. This is a spark tester. What it is it's got a neon bulb in here, and then the wire goes to your spark plug, and this connects to the whatever it is that makes your spark. And then there's a wire that goes around this bulb, and what that does is when there's a spark, it will cause this neon bulb to glow. Very helpful for testing spark. Those are available at Harbor Freight, eBay, pretty much anywhere that has small engine stuff. And I think that's it for now for this video. Thanks for watching.